Hi everyone, welcome to my Treasure the Art. Hope you are doing good. So, some time ago I came across a reel about the butterfly park at Bannerghatta Zoo, and it instantly took me back to the time we visited there. I remember looking at that beautiful door and thinking, one day I want to paint something inspired by this door. The moment I saw it, I was reminded of Revelation 3:20. Fast forward to this week, as I was praying and asking God, what should I paint next? I had a vision. First, I saw the butterfly beach in Goa, the same hidden, breathtaking place Maurice and I had visited on our last trip to Goa. Then, in that same vision, I saw an orange butterfly, the very one I had painted sometime last year. It was vivid, bright, and impossible to ignore. I knew God was speaking to me about butterflies. But what about them? The very next day, Maurice and I went out for our usual walk by the lake. And there, fluttering right in front of us, was an orange butterfly. Now, we have been walking by that lake for months and have seen black butterflies and ones in other colors, but never an orange one. Not once. This was rare and it caught my attention immediately. Unfortunately, I couldn't capture a picture or video of it. Later that evening, Maurice and I went out for coffee. While talking, I brought up the butterfly beach again and asked him what it meant to him. Without missing a beat, he said one word: access. He explained that when we went there, it had been a long, tiring ride from where we were staying in South Goa. Maurice was exhausted by the time we arrived. Normally, if you are on a rental bike, you can only ride part of the way to the beach, after which you have to trek quite a distance to reach this hidden spot. But on our trip, we didn't have a regular rental bike. The couple we rented from had given us their son's Avenger, which wasn't a rental bike and had a regular number plate, which granted us access all the way to the beach without a trek. And that was a miracle for us, and we were so grateful to God for making that possible. Now, back here in Bangalore, the next day, as we went on our walk again, we saw not one but two beautiful little orange butterflies fluttering around near us. We were certain that this wasn't a coincidence. God clearly was onto something. That night, Maurice said that word again: access. Immediately, I told him about the butterfly park door and how it had reminded me of Jesus knocking, just like in Revelation 3:20. Then Maurice said, why don't you paint Jesus knocking on the butterfly park door? And that's when it clicked. As we talked it over, the idea for today's video came together. A painting that would combine all these pieces: the rare orange butterfly sighting, the hidden beach, the door, the word access, and the invitation of Jesus in Revelation 3:20. Now let's look at Revelation 3:20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and dine with him and he with me. Let's imagine Jesus standing outside of your heart, not with judgment but with love. He's not shouting or forcing his way in. He's knocking gently, waiting, He's not just visiting, He longs to dwell with you, to be part of your everyday life. He says, if you hear my voice and open the door, I will come in. This isn't about religion or rituals. It's about a relationship, a personal, warm, real connection with the one who created you and loves you unconditionally. In Revelation 3:20, Jesus is speaking to the lukewarm church of Laodicea. But let's look at it from a practical perspective. He is basically speaking to those who already know him, but have slowly pushed him out of their daily lives. Perhaps you have been too busy, too distracted, too tired, and without realizing, you have left the door shut. Yet, still, here he is, standing at the door and knocking. When we don't have a close relationship with God and all our physical needs are met, it's easy to think we are fine. But God isn't just there to grant wishes. He is not a genie in a bottle. He is a loving father who longs to be close to his children. Not realizing this can quietly close the door to him. Sometimes it's not comfort, but hardship that shuts the door. Long battles with sickness, financial struggles, or other painful situations can make us numb. When answers take too long, hope can fade, and in that place, it's easy to keep Jesus on the outside.
So, all this time, Charlotte has been sharing about Jesus standing at the door and knocking, and she wanted me to share a little about why we need to open the door and let him in. So what happens when we do open the door and let Jesus in is a shift takes place at the core of our being. A transformation begins to happen. Let's try to understand this transformation better by looking at the delicate little butterfly. Butterflies are one of God's clearest parables written into creation itself. They begin as caterpillars, slow, earthbound, inching along leaf by leaf. That's all they know. Flight isn't even in their imagination. And yet, inside them is a hidden potential, a design placed there by their creator long before they ever knew it was possible. The change doesn't come by trying harder or moving faster. It comes through a complete transformation. In the cocoon, everything about the old life breaks down. It's quiet, hidden, even uncomfortable. From the outside, it might look like nothing is happening. But inside, a miracle is taking place. And when the butterfly emerges, it's not just an upgraded caterpillar. It's completely new, different in form, different in purpose, and free in ways the caterpillar could never have imagined. In the same way, when we let Jesus into our hearts, something radical begins to happen. Like it says in 2 Corinthians 5:17, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed, and all things have become new. So that would mean all the old things that had a grip on us have passed. Old habits, our fears, our shame, our guilt, and every old way of thinking is gone. Not because we fixed ourselves, but because Jesus has replaced our life with His. It's not about becoming a better version of who we were, but about becoming who we were always designed to be. And just like the pretty little butterfly, our freedom and beauty point to the one who planned it all right from the beginning. But here's the thing, Jesus doesn't force his way in, he knocks and waits. He's ready to bring life, joy, and transformation. But the door can only be opened from the inside. Maybe you have heard that knock before. Maybe you feel it right now. That gentle tug on your heart, that sense that He's calling you into something more. The truth is, the transformation doesn't start with us trying harder. It starts with us opening the door and giving Jesus access. Just saying, Lord, would you please come in? I'm unable to change myself, but I want you and I need you to change me. And when we do, He doesn't just walk in quietly. He fills the room with His presence. He brings peace where there's been anxiety, purpose where there's been confusion, and hope where there's been despair. And like the butterfly, you were made for more than crawling. You were made to enjoy and experience life with the Father.
So, as I finish this painting of Jesus knocking on the beautiful butterfly door, maybe it's not just art, maybe it's your reminder that He is still knocking on the door of your heart. The question is, will you open the door? So, here is what the finished painting looks like. Hope you all enjoyed this video and were blessed by it. Please let us know in the comments.
And if you are new around here, please don't forget to subscribe. Hope you all enjoyed this video and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye.